All right, so today the Stallion and I were working on a project, and I thought, man, this is a valuable point. You'd want to know about this. And it's subtle, and be honest, it's not even something I had focused on. I knew kind of intuitively, but from the math, I hadn't really settled on that exact formula. So here's what it is. In the financial freedom formula, passive income has to be greater than monthly expenses. And let's just use that for example. You've got $500 a month of passive income. You've got $5,000 of monthly expenses. That'd make you 500 out of in the 5,000. That make you 10% of the way to financial freedom. And you're trying to decide, okay, I've got some money. I want to figure out what's the best choice. Do I pay off a debt and reduce my monthly expenses, or do I take that money and buy an asset and create a passive income? Now, there's got to be a framework to that. You got to make sure the asset falls within your buy box, that your investor DNA matches up. You got to know your priority payoff guide when paying down the monthly expenses, making sure you're paying off one that's inefficient, all of that stuff. I get it. But here's one little interesting fact, is that let's just say I could take whatever amount of money it is, and I could either buy an asset that would produce $500 a month of income, or I could take that same amount of money and pay off a debt and reduce my monthly expenses by $500. Which one would get you to financial freedom faster? You would think that they're the same, right? I've got $500 a month and they both would be exactly the same. But let's do the math. $500 a month, if I reduce my monthly expenses that were $5,000 and are now $4,500, 500 divided into 4,500 equals 11%. But yet, if I was able to buy an asset and produce income of $500, so now my passive income went from 500 to 1,000, my monthly expenses stayed the same because I didn't pay off the debt, I'm 20% of the way there. Isn't that interesting? The same $500 could get me 10% closer to my goal as compared to paying off a debt would only get me 1% of the way there. Same amount of cash flow. So I hope this is really interesting to you. I hope you are spending time understanding your investor DNA, understanding and learning about ways to create passive income streams, because you cannot pay off your debt to financial freedom. You must create passive income. And this is just another example why it's so important to always be investing in yourself.